In this week's Positively Cincinnati, we're trying something a little different. At 5:30, we introduced you to Greg and his incredible dog, Coda. You see pictures of them there. My colleague, Paul Harper, picks up the story about this dynamic duo just as Coda is about to embark on yet another adventure, solidifying that unbreakable bond between man and his best friend.
One of our biggest adventures, we traveled and took her to all 48 states. Every state line we crossed, we'd stop, take her picture. And I started to develop this map of the United States that ended up on the side of our RV. I've been an avid rappeller with a local organization. We've traveled all over the United States, rappelling some of the highest drops in the world. I've always taken my dog with me to these places, but I said, how can I take this to the next level? Is this something I can do with my dog? So I used all my techniques of positive reinforcement training to teach Coda that putting the harness on was fun. Coda was an extraordinary dog. She learned that, hey, this is fun to do. One thing led to the next, and she's going with me everywhere I go to rappel. I gave demonstrations at the Cincinnati Museum Center inside the terminal. I would climb with her to the top and rappel back down with her. And what that did is it gave people an opportunity to ask questions to me about, well, why do you do this? My answer was, it's a way that I can illustrate to people how they can build a bond with a dog to do anything they want to do together. One event that I spent 9 years working on was to rappel with Coda at the New River Gorge Bridge. And it's one of the highest rappels in the eastern part of the United States. It's an annual event. The director of the event's like, I'm just not sure how the public is going to see this. I think they're going to see it as a stunt. I had to demonstrate that Coda was comfortable with rappelling in order to begin the process of even being considered. I was given a note Christmas of 2017 that said everything was in order and approved for her to rappel in October of 2018. I read this note and I started crying because it was a kind of a crescendo of all the training that my friends helped me with for her to love doing this so much. The news media was there, the newspaper was there, all my friends were there to support this activity. This isn't a stunt. This is a demonstration of a bond and how deep it can be between a boy and his dog. She filled a place in my heart. It was something I never experienced. I didn't even know existed. Most dogs, depending on the breed, live 10 to 12 to 15 years. I certainly didn't let that overshadow anything, but as she aged, there became a reality to this that she is getting older. She's slowing down. There was a point that I suspected something was not right, and I knew. I felt something was wrong with her. We did tests and, the vet said she's probably just getting older and just settling down and just the natural progression. She's just getting older. A reality set in that this might be the beginning of the end. And we had planned a vacation to finish up her map because we had 5 states left to complete Coda's 48 states. I knew on that trip in our small RV that this was the last time. When we got back in mid-May, she started to frequently not eat. The missing meals became more and more frequent. We got a phone call that the vet said the liver is really, really far gone. I knew that I had to make a decision, and I knew she wasn't getting any better. She looked at me, and she said, I'm done. That afternoon, we made arrangements with an organization that comes to euthanize your pet at home. So we took Coda for a ride in the RV because it was her happy place. At 6 o'clock that evening, the folks came and we put her down in her happy place. There's no easy way. There's nothing you can say to make the hurt go away because it's a profound loss. It's part of your family. It's true, time heals wounds, and what you have left is the memories. Part of my grieving process was to look at the pictures that I have. I'm going to pull together the photographs, I'm going to go to one of these online places and make a book. All the adventures, all the places, all the people, all the things that we've done. I wanted a place to put that. This book is the summary of a relationship that was unimaginable. I couldn't dream of something like this between a man and his dog. And I always, as I was going through the process of thinking about another dog, I was kind of turned to, I could get another dog and I could train her to be just like Coda, and I had to let that go because there's not another Coda, but there is the next dog.